What's going on, people? It's me, Escoblades. Yes, the real Escoblades. No, I'm on my secondary channel. Yes, it's the real channel. I'm sure a lot of people are probably confused. What's going on? Why is Escoblades playing something that isn't Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? Well, I play other games, and this is one of them. I decided I was going to use the secondary channel mainly as overspill from my primary channel. Any sort of bloopers, and mainly other games that I played that aren't Assassin's Creed. I figured I'd keep the main channel Assassin's Creed esque and Assassin's Creed focused, especially with machinima stuff. And I'll use this for all the other games that I play. So figured I'd start off with a game that I put a crazy amount of time into. Modern Warfare 2. A lot of you probably don't know, or maybe you do know, but I'm going to mention it anyway. I'm a community moderator for Infinity Ward. Have been for a while now, so I moderate the forums over there, amongst other things. And yeah, I've been a big fan of Infinity Ward games, Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2 most especially. Spent crazy amount of time on both those games. You just have to look at my Raptor stats to see the number of hours I sunk into them respectively. So yeah, I used to play a lot of Modern Warfare 2 in the time. I didn't get bored of it. I just got annoyed. I get angry. I get angry kind of easily. Just when bullshit happens, and those of you who've played this game know what I'm talking about. If it's not noob tubes, it's people running around in ghillie suits and doing quick scoping, or people who just camp in corners, away from the objective, doing nothing to help their team whatsoever, and just looking down gun sights in the hope that they were going to get that one kill to get their kill streak. I mean, it's just... This game, when it first came out, was so much fun because everyone played it like COD 4, and COD 4, epitomized gunplay. It was about man versus gun. You had a limited choice of perks and stuff that it didn't really, a lot of the time it was about your gun skill. It wasn't about the fact that you put sleight of hand on your sniper rifle and suddenly you thought you were Grizz, or the fact that you were using a Kimbo 1887s or whatever. It was about pick your weapon, put the other guy down quicker. Simple as that. None of this bullshit. I'm gonna sit in a corner and get my 7 kill streak, and that means I've got a nuke, because you know how it is. So it saddens me really, because it's like I came back to this game and I played a free-for-all before I joined up with my buddies here, Jay and Co. And yeah, it's just half the people were sat in corners. I think I'm trying to remember the name of the map now. God, it's escaped me. It's sub base. That's it. I was on sub base, and half the people in that free-for-all, no joke, were holed up in corners in various points of the map and wouldn't move. The ones that were moving were quick scoping. It was not fun at all. I had no fun in that free-for-all. I barely won it, but like 2 kills, and it just was a harrowing experience the whole way through. And it just made me think. I can't understand why people would find that sort of gameplay fun. More so that at least the quick scopers were moving, rushing and stuff. The campers, no, I've never understood it. If you're not camping the objective, what are you doing? There's a whole map to plan strategy to utilize to see, and you're sat in a corner looking down your gun sights, usually with a silenced weapon or a shotgun. I don't know. I won't pay $60 to do that, but that's me anyway. But I really wanted to talk about, with Modern Warfare 3 coming up and stuff, and everyone's been talking about the battle between Modern Warfare 3 and Battlefield 3, and we all know how that's going to end up. It's like, for as good as Battlefield 3 is looking, and for a superior, maybe, there's a maybe on that one. I mean, look at that. That's bullshit. But anyway, so there's much talk about Frostbite and the engine Modern Warfare 3 is going to be using, and Infinity Ward using the updated IW4 engine and stuff, and no one really knows how it's going to go. But I do know one thing, in terms of sales, it's going to be another Call of Duty year. It's going to be another Call of Duty year where this Call of Duty will eclipse the previous Call of Duty, and everyone's going to say the same thing. What the fuck's going on? And everyone complaining about Black Ops and stuff. But they're the same ones who are going to be there day one to buy Modern Warfare 3 and then complain that Modern Warfare 3 beat the sales records of Black Ops. It's the same cycle every year, and I don't think this year is going to be any different. You know, Activision and their developers, know that they can give you just enough to keep you interested. And if you keep that fan base and interested enough, a fan base that has grown year on year from the previous year, then it stands to reason that they're going to at least match the numbers, if not better them. But I wanted to kind of talk about and find out what you guys thought was the most important thing that Modern Warfare 3 would need to get right to sort of keep your interest or keep your custom if you're a Call of Duty player. Because I mean, we look at the main competitor that's going to have in Battlefield 3. Frostbite engine's looking good. Admittedly, that's all been on PC and stuff. Be interesting to see how it runs on consoles, most especially the 360, not even necessarily the PS3. But it'd be interesting to see how that runs. But you have the Frostbite engine, updated with all this tech, all this lighting, all this all this ballistics and stuff, and then of course the destruction that a lot of people harp on about, and the fact that it's going to be able to support a certain number of players on consoles and even more on PC and stuff. And then of course in direct competition with Modern Warfare 3, which is probably going to be the same Call of Duty formula. Thankfully that Infinity Ward are saying that they're going to try and make it a bit more COD 4-ish, which is good because COD 4 was a great game. So the more it's like COD 4, the better, I think, for everybody involved, most especially the community. But, what's the one thing that you guys think they're going to need to nail, they're going to need to get right, and, to have another good year and to keep custom? Because, I mean, just off the top of my head, I'm thinking kill streaks. I'm thinking the actual balance of the game overall, and it's not just weapon balance. Weapon balance ties into map design, and map design ties into kill streaks, and the rewards and stuff. All of that needs to be in tune with each other, to have that sort of COD 4 type game, to have that near perfect game. If one thing's overpowered or one thing stands out and doesn't work with the rest, then you're going to have a problem. So for instance, I know Infinity Ward have been talking about making sure that the level design is in such a way that you don't have that many hotspots. You have a certain amount of hotspots per map, meaning that there's liable to be less camping and stuff. And that's going to tie in directly with the weapon balance, because obviously it's like if there's less camping, there's going to be more rushing. It's it's a simple equation really. More people are going to be moving around if there's less viable places to camp, and so as a result, the weapon damage and the weapon balance has to be such that people don't feel aggrieved because they have to move. So yeah, that ties in with that. And then of course, if you're going to have kill streaks, they can't be overpowered kill streaks, especially with people rushing around and stuff, and they're not going to be able to camp for those kill streaks. So you've got to have it. It's all quite like it's not an easy job being a developer and stuff, and there's so many things they have to take into consideration. But I think the top of that pyramid, that trifecta, kill streaks, level design, and then a weapon damage and a weapon balance, the top of that trifecta has to be the kill streaks. The only reason, or one of the main reasons why people would go and sit in a corner away from the objective, not helping their team in any way, shape or form, is because they're close to or trying to earn a particular kill streak. And once they've got that kill streak, if it's a stackable one, then that kill streak is going to get them the next kill streak, and it's going to get them the next one. And we all know how we used to work out 7, 11, 25, end of game, just because someone sat in a corner and didn't move and probably tubed their way to it. And so that can't happen. That cannot happen in Modern Warfare 3. Otherwise, it's just going to be the beginning of the end. So kill streaks definitely have to be looked into. Personally, I prefer a situation where you couldn't have stackable kill streaks in that one kill streak didn't earn you another one. You had to get it with your gun. That will encourage more gunplay. Um, you know, you also have to have kill streaks that aren't too overpowered. There definitely cannot be any game-ending ones. So no nuke. I think that's been confirmed that no nuke's coming back. But you can't have things like the nuke. If you're gonna have something like the chopper gunner, probably needs to be toned down a little bit. There's got to be an incentive to get them, but not an incentive to like completely, nullify all of the level design when someone's sitting in a corner. So maybe they have to take a leaf out of EA Dice's book with that, and make them such that they're useful enough to the team, but not too useful. I don't know. Leave a comment and let me know what you guys think. But anyway, that's the end of that. See, we did pretty well. Played the objective. Not particularly stellar gameplay, but who cares? It's my first game back in Modern Warfare 2. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe as always, and signing out for now. Bye-bye.